Parks and Recreation Department, and I manage Egans Creek Greenway Nature Preserve. So welcome.
And I'm Dickie Anderson, and I'm a great fan of our public library in Fernandina, volunteer in the community, and I write for the Fernandina Beach News Leader and the Islander magazine. And I love to enjoy all the wonderful parks and opportunities on our island. So we are going to share that with you today. We're standing on a bridge in the Egans Creek Greenway. This is one of two bridges, and it's dedicated to a wonderful volunteer who's no longer with us, Ellie Coburn, and she was very dedicated to all kinds of things on the island. She was a bird watcher. She was very involved in the renovation at the Peck Center, and we both were lucky enough to know her. And talk a little bit about the bridge and when the bridges were added.
Well, both of our bridges in the North Greenway were part of the mitigation project that occurred in 2002 to 2005. The Department of Transportation assisted the city in recreating the salt marsh that had historically been located here. For many years prior to that, salt water had been blocked off by a roadway, so they opened that up. We now have gates that open with the tide daily, which once that salt water was reintroduced, we now have 2 high tides a day. We have a lovely salt marsh here in the North Greenway. The North Bridge, or as we call the Beach Street Extension Bridge, used to be a railway or a trolley line from Old Town sunning themselves, getting a little warmth here in the evening. And there's quite a few turtles. This is just a little what's left of a retention pond for the neighboring development.
So how old would these little...
I would estimate, just because there are other small alligators elsewhere in the Greenway where we know when they were hatched, these are probably 2 to 3 years old. The Greenway's 2 bike trails. We have one on the north side and one on the south. They were created by local mountain bikers. Imagine that, mountain bikers in Florida. But we do have some relief here, maybe some old sand dunes. This is now a maritime forest, but it's maintained by volunteers. And this South Greenway Trail is similar. It's a little newer. We've added some things to it in the recent past, but we probably have about 3 miles of bike trails as opposed to grassy walking trails. So here we are in the South Greenway, and it runs between Jasmine Street and Sadler Road. This environment is what we call mostly a hydric hammock. which means it's a shady place that has water. Hammock means shady place. Hydric means water. It's a treed environment for the most part, but still very wet.
And where we were just talking as we were touring along this is a wonderful place for people that love birds. You can travel along along the quiet path and see roseated spoonbills and herons and egrets and eagles and ospreys and the little brown birds we can't always identify.
The ones that are too quick for me. Yeah.
Greenway. We've been spending a wonderful late afternoon with Kathy from the Recreation Center, and she'll tell you a little bit about the tours and things that are available. We've just had a delightful hour or so, and we've seen alligators and all kinds of birds, and stopped and looked at some of the plants that are growing even in the fall with their flowers. And so Kathy's going to tell you a little bit about what she offers through the Recreation Center.
So everyone is welcome in the Greenway during daylight hours, either on foot or on bicycles. We do not allow motorized vehicles. And if you would like to come on a guided tour with me, we have our lovely chariot over here, our 8-passenger golf cart. And we give tours on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. And if that doesn't work out for you, you can just contact the rec center, and maybe we can work out something if you have a small group at a different time of day.
And Kathy, you were explaining to me that there are different trails, so you can go. I think people realize you can start at the Recreation Center on Atlantic, and then on Sadler Road is the other end. But there are trails within the trails, so you have choices. And
so grab a map. They're available at either end of the Greenway.
And we see people running or riding their bicycles or walking with their children or walking hand in hand. So it's just a lovely place to be with nature all around you.